here live at the Making Vinyl 2018 conference, having a hell of a time and meeting some really neat people, hearing some cool stories. And right now on mic we have Andrew from Org Music. Welcome, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. So to get things kicked off a little bit, because I wasn't aware of Org, which I think we talked about, was, cool, that's why we're discovering new things. What is kind of the basis of the label?
Well, we're primarily a reissue label, so we're taking recordings that have been out of print or never pressed on vinyl and going back and getting those out. Everything from Nirvana, Sonic Youth is kind of where the label started, but now we're kind of more focused on jazz. There's so much jazz out there that needs to be pressed. But yeah, genre-wise, it's kind of all over the place. In addition to the reissues, we do have some artists that we work with on a regular basis, like Mike Watt from the Minutemen. We do all his new
Very
stuff.
Cool.
And yeah, it's really just it's a small operation, so we're doing a lot of stuff that we like. There's not really a specific lane that we fit into, but it's all about getting the music out there.
What's the process like as a label for finding a classic record that has never been issued or reissued before? That process of copyright, is it super difficult to make that record come to life?
It tends to be. It's case by case. A lot of catalog out there is owned by the major label groups,
sure.
The three. So, a lot of labels that do what we do started out, just going to the major label groups and their catalog arms and licensing records that way. It's become a little overpicked. They definitely, it's become very expensive. And it's a little less exciting. Actually, what we're trying to do now more than ever is to seek out stuff that maybe people hadn't heard before, or records that they know the artist but never heard the music before.
That's really cool.
So every record is different. Sometimes we're chasing down our original members of the band to get things cleared. Sometimes we're dealing with the estate. Sometimes we're dealing with we've done campaigns with an entire catalog from a label like Black Lion Records is It's a European jazz label that hadn't put anything out on vinyl in decades and decades. So
wow.
We did a whole campaign with them. We've done the same with Sun Records. We've done a lot of their stuff. So it's really all over the place. And, it's no two records are the same process. So it keeps things exciting.
And you were saying, too, that it's a smaller operation. You've been with the company for, what did you say, 7 years?
Yeah, about 7 years.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And so you're doing A&R, you're doing marketing, you're doing the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah, the whole, it runs the gamut. I have help. I can't take credit for everything.
No, yeah.
But it really is being a small operation that we are. It's nice to kind of have my hand in a lot of different things and see all sides of the business.
So I'm in contact with a lot of brick and mortar shops, right?
Yeah.
Mom and pop shops, all over the place. And what's the best way for them to say, oh, I need to check out the Org Music collection to see what I should be stocking in my store? Sure,
yeah. Well, we've done over 200 releases now in the last 6-7 years. And our records are really they're out there. They're available most places that stores are buying records. We do a lot for indie retail. We do we're all we kind of came up in record store culture. We're big supporters of Record Store Day and have done a lot of stuff in partnership with them. And a lot of the records we're doing now, we're doing an indie exclusive color variant just to give them something special and limited to drive people out to the stores.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Any foot traffic is welcome to foot traffic.
Exactly, yeah. And they're, really, our business wouldn't be anything without the mom and pop indie stores. So, we really want to cater to that crowd. And, that's really the bulk of our sales.
Any new releases coming up that I should keep an eye out for?
Depends on what you're interested in.
I'm interested in all of it.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff. We have a Hank Jones record coming out next week, actually. It hasn't been on vinyl in probably 30 or 40 years at this point. We've got a lot coming for Black Friday Record Store Day, which I can't talk about quite yet, unless I don't know when this is going to air.
Not even a hint?
There's some great punk rock stuff that hasn't been on vinyl.
Look at that.
In a while.
There's your hint. There's your hint. Some great punk stuff.
And there's more. But yeah, there's some stuff that I think early punk fans will be excited about. There's some stuff that I think fans of current punk and garage and jazz will be excited about. Yeah, there's a lot coming.
Dude, thank you so much for your time and for hanging out, and I'm really looking forward to some of your records coming in the mail so I can do some spinning.
Yeah, we'll get you a package.
Sounds good.
Thanks for having me, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
That was Andrew from Org Music. We're here, Black Circle Radio, live at the Making Vinyl 2018 conference.